Hold on just 1 second. Just wait. The raccoon's gonna get the camera straightened up. Do you hear it? That's what late summer sounds like. That sound, that's what I like. There's also a peacefulness, a stillness, the quiet, not having to rush, not having to be somewhere at a certain time. Now that's a load of flies, hitchhiking, and out pops the baby fawn with spots. It knows how to eat leaves off a tree now. I wonder where everybody else is. Look at me, I'm growing up. That is what beautiful looks like, right there. Look at those horns, that deer, a confident walk. A moth and a deer appear. Popping out of the woods is an awkward little fawn. Takes a lot more effort with short legs to keep up with a deer with a tall leg. But look at me, I'm doing it. The eyes, they look like little headlights. They belong to a fox. Like a little Sherlock looking for clues. Smelling around. Have you ever noticed the fox always seems to be alone? Or maybe with another fox. But it's rare that you ever see it dining with any of the other animals. So this is what the fox looks like in the daylight. These cameras must need a lot of adjusting, because the raccoon sure likes to adjust it. Does that seem all right now? Are we good? Not quite. Just a little bit more. Okay, now I'm done. Let's go. Come on. Wait up for me. Hold on. I think we found an area the fox likes to hang out in and to pass through. Daytime and nighttime. Here he comes again. And there he goes. Off into the weeds. There's the beautiful buck. He stands so proud and tall. He seems like he has not a worry in the world. But I kinda doubt that. Even the big buck has a curiosity about this thing tied to the tree that it passes very often. Well, it looks like we might have passed. Even the raccoons pass by this area. We're gaining in numbers. More deer are sticking together, following through. It's like a buffet of food, grazing along the path as they make their way through. It's pretty awesome to have a couple nice buck. Takes a little bit to get the massive antlers through the brush. It's like a deer in headlight look. Wonder what it's pausing about. A deer lick, is that kind of like a cow lick? When you can't see and you have to stand a little taller to get to see. Kind of like a little bear. If I was a little animal and I saw a fox in the woods, I'd be a little afraid. But if I saw two foxes, I'd be a lot afraid. See the little bird? I think it's aiming for the camera. This buck's out smelling like the fox does. With tall, long legs. When you're small and your legs are shorter, you have to run to keep up. The possum's legs are even shorter, but slow and steady. It's like camera tag. You're it. Look at all the bugs out tonight. Well, I'm here, but I don't see you, and I'm not sure what I need to do. I'm just going back where I came from. That's safer. I spot the fox out on a walk. The fox is making its rounds. Back and forth. The three little baby raccoons are out exploring on their own. Placing a camera here can show that it can be a busy little place. Another camera adjustment, but this time it was a bird. Is the little Bambi out exploring on its own? It sure is growing. Camera adjustments. Must be the theme on this video. Wonder if it's the same little curious raccoon as before. Well, it looks like a fox can even get scared. I think it's pretty neat how their eyes shine in the night like a flashlight. Well, at least that's how the camera sees it. Something or someone's making a noise. Curious. Now we're going to stretch a little bit while we're here. The buck's analyzing something. Not sure what. What do the eyes in the bushes belong to? Do you think the fox sees it? Doesn't look like it. Either it belongs to another fox, or it didn't see it, or it doesn't care. We get to watch a spider, I'm assuming is a spider, climb a spider web in front of the camera. It's a little foggy out. When you're not eating and you're not sleeping and you're walking to and from a place, what do you do in between if you're a raccoon? This possum seems to travel by itself. It looks like an older one, and its body looks like it's gone through a lot through the years. I like to see the possum appearances. There's little red berries on the tree. Seems like the turkey's going to enjoy some. It's going deep into the bush to get more. It's like a big chicken pecking around looking for food. Now that's my kind of bird. It seems we can add the turkey to the list of animals that like this little corner. Grateful that the fox didn't come out during the daytime. The turkey liked this bush and this area so much that it came back the next day for more. The only other animal I've seen eat the berries on the bush was a little raccoon. He tried some. There's corn put out around the corner, but it's a little too early. I'm sure everybody else has cleaned it up. Possum passing through. An hour later, fox passes through. And again, a day later, the turkey comes back. It must be a daily routine now. That's pretty neat. Still traveling alone. Wandering around, exploring. I wonder where it calls home. Do you look at that? She's not alone. That's a surprise. Looks like 2 males and a female. Now they can have a family. I'm glad they chose my area to hang out in. Then I get to see them, 'cause of the cameras. Now to hope they can stay safe. Now the fox is out during the daytime, smelling all the clues like a detective. Is the turkey safe from the fox? It's the next day, and the fox back again in the daylight. Well, at least no one seems to be crossing paths at the same time. These are the sounds of summer. You don't hear them in the fall or winter. It's too cold. But it starts in the spring. It started with a cat peeing on a tree. This tree right here. There it goes. Cat's peeing on the tree. It doesn't go unnoticed. The fox smells that there's pee on this tree. And the fox is really going to check it out. Then a black cat has to come pee. Pee on the same tree in the same place as the other cat. That's going to cause some problems. Now the first cat has to come back and smell where that cat just peed. And why does it take so long to smell a tree? Well, I don't understand, but this cat sure is checking this tree out a lot. And look, it's got to pee again. And now the fox is back. It's going to look at it again too. Gotta smell it, check it out. The raccoon is really checking this tree out too. That's so funny. You would never know that any of this happened if it wasn't for the cameras. The fox is just sitting, but you can't be on the move all the time. It's been a while since I've seen several deer following each other. Wow, something scared this one. 15 minutes later, the fox comes through. A doe out by herself getting something to eat. Some grass. Now we're starting to see the fox about as often as we did the raccoons. They sure have a keen sense of smell. Looks like a great detective. They don't let anything get past them. Seems to be very alert too. Day or night, it seems to really like this spot for some reason. Doing a little digging too. You know it's dark. Really dark. But we can see them because of the infrared in the camera. How well do they see in the night? Must be good enough to see the camera with the glowing red. Cautiously and carefully coming through. That didn't sound good. A little dampness on the camera, but you can see they're all running fast over those logs. That takes skill. And on those same logs is the fox. I have a suspicion that the fox lives close by. He could be just getting started on his day. The mother raccoon and her little ones that are growing up. The logs don't look the easiest to get up and over them. It looks like they fall down through them several times. Is this raccoon traveling alone, or did it get separated from the group? It seems a little lost or confused as to where it needs to go. I hope it gets it figured out soon. Waiting, thinking, or watching. What's it up to? Another camera adjustment. The raccoon isn't satisfied. The raccoon passed through and leaves clues behind. And this fox, he's reading the forest like a storybook, sniffing each spot where the raccoon paused. Every scent tells him who was there, when, and whether there might be food hidden nearby. And the search continues. I don't know if it's one or all the babies. Seems very vocal. This one's traveling alone. I don't think it belongs to the group. This kind of looks like Archie. There goes the one with the golden tail. I'm seeing a lot of the fox this time. The possum doesn't move very fast, but it sure can get around, up and over those logs. If the woods had a gossip hotline, this is where everyone checks in. The raccoon started the conversation, the fox came through to catch up on the latest, and even the possum drops by now and then to add its 2 cents. This corner of the woods is a shared neighborhood. The raccoons patrol it early, snacking and chattering. Then the fox does a quiet walkthrough, making sure no one left a surprise behind. They all know each other, they just prefer not to meet face to face. The raccoons slip through first, digging and climbing and exploring. Not long after, the fox arrives, following their trail like a detective piecing together what happened minutes earlier. Is it possible for the fox to have friends that's not another fox? Can the raccoons live in the same area and stay safe? Is there the same leader? And is it always the same one bringing up the rear that's always following behind? Hats off to this one that's always looking out and making sure it's safe, being extra careful so nothing goes wrong. Hopefully the little one's picking up on it and learning something. It looks so innocent, but is it? There's a glimpse of the raccoon just leaving, but I see the fox who's just arriving. That's a close call, unless you think they're friends. So far I've been lucky and I haven't seen anything like that. I'd like to believe that it's all good. Even the fox is afraid too. Well, I guess I'm a little surprised that it's daylight and the fox is out, but it's spending a lot of time smelling around and looking around, trying to figure things out. Well, now we're being analyzed. Do we pass? Have you ever heard some of the fox sayings like sly as a fox, outfoxed, foxy, crazy like a fox, a wily old fox, to fox someone, to be foxed? To be puzzled or confused, as in the problem had us foxed. Foxes have captivated our imaginations and inspired countless stories and folklore for centuries. Benjamin Franklin said the sleeping fox catches no poultry. Sly as a fox describes someone who is cunning, clever, and able to deceive others. Crazy like a fox describes someone who may appear eccentric or unpredictable, but is actually highly intelligent and shrewd. It's still daylight. It says 19:31 p.m. Same day, 20:33 p.m., 1 hour later. Still the same day, 1/2 hour later. I don't know where, but this is what the camera heard. I don't know who's fighting or what happened. This is the next day. I see one fox, and here comes another fox. Nighttime and nature. Very interesting. I'm really hoping I'm wrong, but I see the mother and 3 babies. I feel like we've lost one. I wonder what these 2 are into, what they're up to. Pretty sure the camera was okay, but they're going to adjust it again. The raccoons, that's what they like to do. This has become a curious possum on a mission. The different types of animals have decreased. There used to be groundhogs that would cross up through here too. Now this crossing is for raccoons, possum, and fox. What a surprise! The turkey vulture, the buzzard showed up. I guess maybe not so much of a surprise. There was a deer that passed away somewhat close. It didn't seem to stay for very long before it left. It's the end of August, and this seems to be the group of raccoons that are sticking together. I like how she's cautious. She stops to make sure that everything's okay before she allows them to continue. Those little legs have a lot of traveling to do. I believe they're traveling in there for the water source. And there definitely could be other reasons, but they make a lot of trips in and out. One took a shortcut to get around the other one. I hope they all meet up together again. The raccoons are like little train cars. They just keep coming, one after another. Or if you're a trucker, a little convoy of trucks. traveling the mountainous back roads, going from point A to point B. First one looks like the mother, then there's 1, 2, 3. Hold on. There's 4. I love seeing turkeys pass through, and they remind me of Thanksgiving. It appears to be traveling alone. It looks like a female or a hen. It's just adorable to see her doe with her 2 spotted fawns. That's priceless. I also enjoy getting to see the mighty buck and his awesome antlers. Another mother that's very impressive is this raccoon. She's tried her hardest to keep her group together, although I feel like it's shrinking. The sounds remind me of a purr of a cat. One of the little ones wants to play, and I'm not sure the other one wants to, or maybe it scared it. They make a lot of trips back this way, toward the water. They look behind them like, "Are you coming? Come on, I'm not going to leave you behind." The weather doesn't matter, and they still have needs, so they're always on the move. Pausing and waiting to make sure the coast is clear before we all come out. Busy highway of animals. Others are not in a hurry. They find time to stop and groom. You can tell a turkey's sex by his size, appearance, and sounds. Males, gobblers or toms, are larger with a black body, feathers that have iridescent green or blackish blue hues, and red and blue or white colored head and neck. Females, the hens, are smaller and brown or gray with a duller bluish gray head. Male turkeys also have a beard, of feathers on their chest, and sharp spurs on their legs, whereas females do not. Oh wow, it has a loose feather. It's going to have to fix it. I wonder why it's hanging. What happened to it? That's pretty neat to get to see. Well, we missed it. The camera missed it. But it looks like the feather's been taken care of. Cat's also curious, smelling it. One action causes another reaction. Who knew the cat would care? But it does. Couple days later and the turkey passes by. Is it the same turkey? You have just watched a Joe Garbart Outdoors video. Check out this next video on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe. You never know what nature has in store.